Fear is something we all face. It doesn't matter if you are strong or weak, rich or poor, young or old. At some point, fear tries to take hold of our hearts. But today, I want to remind you that with divine encouragement, you don't have to let fear control your life. The Bible says in Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This is not just a command, it is a promise. God says, "Do not fear, because I am with you." And there's a powerful African proverb that echoes the same truth. However long the night, the dawn will break. Fear is like the night. It feels endless, dark, and uncertain. But morning always comes, bringing new strength and new hope. Think about David facing Goliath. Everyone else was terrified. The soldiers, even King Saul, were paralyzed by fear. But David said in 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 45, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." David understood that fear loses its power when you know who is with you. His courage came not from his size or weapons, but from the God who promised to stand with him. The lesson is simple. When fear tries to intimidate you, remember that God's presence is bigger than any giant in front of you. Another example is Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison. Imagine the fear of never seeing freedom again, the fear of being forgotten. But Mandela once said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." His story reminds us that fear is natural, but courage comes when you decide to rise above it with hope and faith. An African proverb connects with this truth. A brave man dies once, a coward dies 1,000 times. True courage is not living without fear, it's living above fear. One evening, Jesus and his disciples were crossing the Sea of Galilee. A fierce storm arose, and the disciples panicked. They thought they were going to die. But Jesus, calm and fearless, stood up and said, "Peace, be still." And the storm obeyed him. Then he turned to his disciples and asked, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" Fear makes storms look bigger, but faith reminds us that Jesus is greater than the storm. So how do we overcome fear with divine encouragement? First, remember God's promises. Whenever fear rises, speak verses like Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Second, declare wisdom. Speak proverbs that strengthen your spirit. For example, fear makes the wolf bigger than he is. This African proverb teaches us that fear exaggerates our problems. Third, act in faith, even when you feel afraid. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving forward while trusting God's hand. My friend, fear is a liar. It tries to hold you back from your destiny. But divine encouragement gives you the power to rise above it. Remember David, who faced a giant. Remember Mandela, who overcame prison with courage. Remember Jesus, who calmed the storm. If God is with you, you have no reason to fear. Or as another African proverb says, "When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot harm you." If this message encouraged you today, I invite you to reflect. What fear are you facing right now? Comment below and let us stand in faith together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Bible verses and African wisdom to strengthen your journey. Remember this: fear may come, but divine encouragement will always carry you through.